Krishna, Hare Krishna. So welcome to our weekly Bhakti Vaibhav class. So in the previous classes, we have been discussing from chapter 16 onwards, talking about the description of the Bhumandala with the different divisions, subdivisions, etc. So we talked about Aloka Varsha, Loka Loka Mountain, Loka Varsha, Tiftam Dvipas, seven oceans, Varshas, Khandas, Bhartakanda, etc. etc. All those things, different mountains, rivers, oceans, etc. We have been discussing in the last couple of weeks. And from today onwards, we'll discuss from chapter 21 onwards. And the remaining six chapters of this canto will talk about the vertical structure of the universe. So, out of the 14 planetary systems, we have discussed about one among the 14 that is called as Bhuloka. And the remaining 13 lokas will be presented in the remaining six chapters. So, this will be the discussion in coming 2-3 weeks. We'll be discussing about these vertical structure of the universe, the remaining 13 planetary systems from these chapters of the Canto 5. So we started our discussion with this example. Our universe is like a lotus coming out of a pond. So in this you can see here, this is the universal shell. Within the universe we have our lower half is filled with water, and from that water comes a beautiful lotus consisting of a lotus leaf located just above the water, and there is a stem and there is a flower. And the same thing you can see here. That lotus leaf is like the Bhumandala. The water is Garbhodaka ocean. Here we have stem and here the flower. And we have been discussing over the last few weeks the upper surface, upper portion of the leaf, which is called Bhuloka, within which we have Aloka Varsha, Loka Loka Mountain, Loka Varsha consisting of golden land, seven oceans, seven Dvipas, etc.
Hare
All
Krishna.
that we have. Mataji.
Hare Krishna, I just wanted to ask if everyone is able to see the presentation because my screen is blank.
Yeah, other devotees are able to see?
Yes, Prabhuji, we can see.
Shwetaganga Mataji, you
Yes.
kindly
Huh.
log off, again log in.
And rejoin.
Yeah, rejoin. Yeah. Still you are
Okay.
not able to see.
Hmm.
Your mobile you turn off and turn on and then join.
Okay. Okay.
Sometimes there is some issue with that.
Okay. Okay. I'll do that.
So here we have Garbhodaka ocean, within which Garbhodaksha Vishnu is there. From his navel came the lotus. And Brahma, who appeared on top of the lotus, divided that lotus into 3 divisions first, eventually into 14 divisions. So this we saw in the past. So out of the 14, the upper surface of the lotus leaf is the Bhuloka. That is what we discussed till now. And above that, from the stem we have Bhuvarloka and Swargaloka. From the flower we have Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka. And within the leaf we have 7 lower planetary systems. So all these different things we'll be discussing now in the upcoming classes. So till now we discussed only about Bhuloka. The remaining 13 lokas we'll discuss. So that Bhuloka consisting of all these things. We had discussed about Aloka Varsha, Loka Loka Mountain, Loka Varsha. Within that Loka Varsha we have golden land, seven Dvipas, seven oceans. And within those seven Dvipas there are so many Varshas. Jambudipa, within Jambudipa 9 Varshas. One Varsha is Bharata Varsha. Within Bharata Varsha again 9 Kandas. One Kanda is Bharata Kanda. So we discussed about all these things elaborately. That was about a quick summary of what we discussed till now. So now we will be discussing about the vertical structure of the universe, which consists of Bhurloka, Svargaloka, Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, etc. etc. So now we'll be starting from Bhurloka onwards. Bhurloka we discussed 21, 22, 23 talks about these upper planetary systems, the 6 lokas. 24, 25, 26 we'll talk about these lower planetary systems. So this is how the entire discussion will go in the upcoming classes. So before beginning today's discussion,
Hare
some of
Krishna,
you have
Prabhuji.
given. Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, we have done the 20th chapter.
Yes, we did 20th chapter, After 20th chapter only we did prayers. In between we had prayers from chapter 17, 18, 19, and after the prayers we had a break for Radhashtami, and then last week we gave for exam.
Okay.
We did, but we did it long back. 20th chapter, maybe 3-4
Okay.
weeks back we did it. Then afterwards we had done prayers. That's why there is a lot of that.
Okay.
So it is like that. So so some of you gave exam, some of you are still giving exam. So any questions? Because all of you must be reading for exam, so you must have got some doubts. Okay, if there are no questions,
Hare
we'll
Krishna.
go. Ahmad.
Prabhuji, all the time you are saying about this, we have discussed about the upper surface of the leaf, lotus leaf, that is Bhumandala, you are saying. So I just didn't understand, means at the other side of that leaf, means the lower side also there is something. And another,
That we will discuss. That we will discuss in the upcoming chapters. What is there inside the leaf? What is there below the leaf? Etc. Etc. Will come in the all remaining chapters are all talking about that only.
and like what we had discussed, that the Lokaloka mountain, it goes up to the Dhruva Loka. So it is, that means that is the structure which rises above this leaf-like structure, na? Or
Yes.
it is okay. It is not included in
See,
the.
according to Bhagavatam, it is rising from the leaf. But according to Bhugal Varana, we also discussed that
Yeah,
this mountain is
from the
actually
Garbha.
stemming from the Garbhodaka ocean only. It is a ice mountain. It is not rock mountain. So in that way.
But that means, yeah, we did discuss that, Prabhuji. But that means this Bhumandala kind of a leaf-like structure is there, and Garbhodak ocean is below that, na Prabhuji. So
See,
means,
yeah, go ahead, go ahead.
yeah, so there must be some thickness of this leaf-like structure, no, entire Bhumandala. And
Yes,
Garbhodak
that also
ocean
will
is,
come. That also will come in the 26th chapter, 24th chapter. We'll discuss that thickness and all.
okay. So means I was wondering that Garbhodak ocean is below. So how means from the Loka mountain is the solidified Garbhodak ocean we discussed na from Bhugal Varnana.
Mm,
So
yes,
that is the thing, means this disc-like structure is there, no, in between. So from where the Garbhodak ocean rises, means it through and through goes through that disc and rises
no,
like
no,
that.
not like that, not like that, not like that. Here in this picture is based on Bhagavatam explanation. So this disk is from here to here, na?
Yeah.
So in the case of Bhugal Varanam, this disk will become here to here to here only. The disk is only from here to here.
Oh, okay.
And this mountain is coming from the ocean. And the third part, this black part, whatever, this is actually the ocean itself.
The Aloka Varsha, what we say.
Aloka Varsha is actually the ocean.
Okay.
The ocean surface itself is solid because the water is solid in state. So it appears to be like a land surface. So in that way, it is taken as Aloka Varsha.
Okay, okay.
Mm.
And one more question, since long time, means I kind of get afraid when I think about it, provision. Like you always, 2, 3 times you mentioned that वो जो means Lokalok mountain का ही outer part, there is a means deep valley kind of a thing, na? And those who are
Mm.
very, very wicked kind of a
Here.
personalities, they,
Mm.
where, Proji?
Here,
You
here.
said,
After this mountain,
yeah,
here it
yeah,
will
yeah.
go into the
Yeah.
Garbhodak ocean, a big valley.
So, like, I just always kept thinking that what are those kind of personalities like which are thrown into that kind of a thing? Because we generally see now the Lord is so very merciful that he uplifts even the Jagai Madai kind of a personality. So, what kind of a personalities, what wickedness is there which to whom Lord throws there? Like,
Actually, Lord does not throw. It is by one's own choice, one's own karma. responds like that. This Madhva scholars, when they are writing commentary to Mahabharata, and in this section also the Madhva scholars write that they quote these two verses from 16th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Daivasura Sampad Vibhaga Yoga. Tanaham Dishita Kuran Samsareshu Naradama Asturim Yonima Panna Muda Janmani Janmani. So these two verses they quote, they say that those people who are actually only cultivating that Asuri Sampad and they never want to serve the Lord, or they never want to take the good fortune of serving the Lord. So they want to stay away from the Lord and they perform enormous sinful activities. So the kind of people are thrown into this particular this thing. So Srila Madhvacharya, when he's writing Mahabharata commentary, he says that personalities like Duryodhana, personalities like um, Sahasra Kavach, personalities like Narakasura, such kind of people who are very adamant, who are not at all uh, ready to see the Lord, serve the Lord, etc. They are thrown. Such kind of people are thrown into this kind of uh, darkest region. Like that, they say in their commentary, they write like that.
Okay. So these people, they never get the mercy of the Lord, or they does get later on some time, long time.
That what happened? See, this is the explanation of Madhvas. Or Gaudiya Vaishnava, we see that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda say that they're so merciful, they are giving mercy to Jagai Madai and also. So there are two parallel tracks. So both are true, and both we need to reconcile. So Lord is merciful also, at the same time Lord is also punishing giver also. So in that way.
Okay. Yeah, thank you for it. Because that always gave me a kind of a fear, that, oh, if someone falls there, then there is a very difficult. Already we have fallen in this material world, and then if somebody falls in that difficult part of the material world, then it is so very difficult to reach up to the
See,
Lord.
its prescriptions are to guard us. Sometimes the prescriptions are very strong in order to create fear within us. Sometimes some of the prescriptions, some of the don'ts, maybe there, may not be there, but they are told in such a way that so we should never look in that direction. So that way also should be taken sometimes.
Yeah.
So like that.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji,
Yes, Mataji.
even like Ashwathama, he was so sinful. Then how is he supposed to be the Vyas in the next Manvantar?
No, Ashwatthama is not sinful. How he is sinful?
He killed the Pandavas' sons. He was always plotting
That is
against.
circumstantial. That is actually circumstantial. See, if we know complete history of Ashwatthama, we don't see him like that. See, externally we know Ashwatthama is the son of Dronacharya, but Ashwatthama is an expansion of Lord Shiva.
Okay.
So Lord Shiva, his service is to destroy. Whenever the time comes for somebody to get destroyed, he will destroy. Apparently, from external point of view, it looks very cruel and all. Of course, I'm no way supporting Ashwatthama and all. See, because it was the need of the hour. So that's why he did like that. He was put in a particular situation where in front of his eyes, his father was killed in a unethical manner. So he was angry with Pandavas at that time.
Okay.
So actually, he wanted to kill the Pandavas. Just like his father's head was cut off by Drushtadumna when he was meditating. If you remember the Mahabharata, Dronacharya gave up his weapon and sat in meditation, and he was performing Chakra Yoga, and Drushtadumna came and cut off. But Dronacharya gave it up because Yudhishthira told that your son died, Ashwatthama died.
Yes.
See the circumstances, how the intervening. So he became very angry with Drushtadumna and also the Pandavas. He wanted to kill them. Just like they killed his father when his father is weaponless, he wanted to kill them weaponless. So he became successful killing Drushtadumna, Shikandi, But in the Pandavas camp, the 5 Upa Pandavas were sleeping. So he thought they are Pandavas. We cut off their necks.
Okay.
His intention was not to kill the 5 Upa Pandavas. His intention was to kill the Pandavas. But they were not there. Lord Krishna played a trick. He took Pandavas to the Kauravas camp, and Pandavas camp was occupied by Pandavas. So that's how it is.
Yes. Okay.
But
Thank you.
the next, when he threw the Brahmastra to destroy the Pandavas, Parikshit Maharaj, so that in a way, that is a hasty decision. From one point of view, it is a hasty decision. He has taken it rightly. But other point of view, it is said that some Acharya said that because of this Brahmastra thrown by Ashwatthama, that Parikshit Maharaj in one sense died, but he was revived by Lord Krishna. So he will be like a special case. So he was died in the womb, again born from the within the womb only. So that also should signify. So the personality who is going to be born is not an ordinary person; is a special person. Lord Himself saved him. That means he is going to be a special person, and he became the instrument of Bhagavatam.
Okay.
So these are all like orchestrated by Lord Himself, and sometimes we have to see. And Ashwatthama later on realized his mistake, and he went through punishment for 3,000 years. So now he is under the shelter of Vyasdev. He will become next to Vyasa and next to Satyarushi. So it's like that. People see. Sometimes circumstantially one may make mistake because of the hasty decision. So, but one is given second chance to get corrected. But if you see the whole history, whole life of Ashwatthama, he was he was ambitious, but he was not sinful.
Okay.
In Mahabharata serial and all, we may see him siding Duryodhana and all, but he was not so much siding Duryodhana. If we really read Mahabharata, it is not so much as it is shown in the Mahabharata serial,
Okay.
because they are Brahmanical and they are loyal to the king who takes care of them. So they were taken care by Dhritarashtra. So they were loyal to him in that sense.
Okay.
It's like
Thank you.
Purohit. It's like Purohit. A Purohit is loyal to one who pays. So in that way,
Yes.
something.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
This is my understanding about Ashwatthama.
It's
But certainly
yes.
Karna is not like this. People in the outside world, they blame Ashwatthama, they glorify Karna. But it should be opposite.
Okay.
Karna willingly chose Duryodhana, and he willingly conspired in so many these things of killing Pandavas and troubling Pandavas along with Duryodhana. But Ashwatthama never took part in any of such things. He took part in the battle because that is, of course, that is a loyalty, because of his father is maintained by them. So
Yes.
it's like that. But all over Maharashtra, if you see, Karna is glorified like anything, and
Yes.
people generally they criticize Ashwatthama, but it should be other way.
People criticize Dronacharya also and Bhishma Dev also.
Yeah, they criticize too much. So these people, they somehow they are helplessly they are supposed to take. Even if these two people are not there, the war would not have happened, because Drona and Bhishma were on the side of Dhritarashtra. Dhritarashtra chose that decision. Otherwise, why would he? What he does not have any. Without these two, he does not have any courage to think of war. Dhritarashtra
Yes.
had complete faith in these two personalities, not in Karna. Duryodhana had faith in Karna, but Dhritarashtra never had faith in Karna. Dhritarashtra only had faith in Bhishma and Drona. He thought that as long as these two people are there, my sons will not be killed. Because looking at these two people only, Dhritarashtra went ahead for war. So because they were maintained by him, not he, they are maintained by the Hastinapur kingdom. Somehow, unfortunately, the king was Dhritarashtra. They were loyal to Hastinapur kingdom. That is the problem.
Yes.
Their condition is like helpless condition. Since father is there, son has to follow father. So Ashwatthama also joined. So in that way.
Yes, Prabhuji.
But
Thank
anyway,
you.
that is Mahabharata.
Yes.
So we'll move on.
Hare Krishna,
Anyone
Prabhuji.
else? Yes, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, I had one doubt that
Hmm.
the she presence from top, she falls onto Satyaloka and then later to Loka after passing through all that, and then to the moon and moon Chandra Loka it's written. No? So in that 17.4, after purifying the seven planets near Dhruva Loka, the Ganges
Hmm.
water passes through the spaceway of demigods in billions of celestial airplanes.
Hmm.
So that time she's not flowing. It is
No, it is, see, like this we have to understand. Ganga is flowing along with Ganga. The Devatas are also escorting along with her. See,
okay.
when the king is going, see, for example, the Rashtrapati comes to Mumbai. When he comes to Mumbai, so if he is coming to JJ Hospital or Mumbai University, so he does not go alone. He will be escorted by the entire police and the local IAS officers, local MLAs, MPs, even local chief minister also will come along with him. So it's like that. When an important person is going, he will be escorted by different people. So it is as good as all these people are taking this important person to the venue.
Okay.
Are you getting?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Actually, he is going, and all of them are coming along with him. But when he comes to our place, we escort him to the place. For example, on Janmashtami, we have so many VIPs coming to temple.
Ah.
So as soon as they come close to the temple premises, there is 4 or 5 people on either side. They will be guiding him. Okay, get this way, that way, that way, that way, that way. Here up, here down, here left, like that.
Okay.
So from our
But,
point of view, our
uh,
volunteers are bringing him to the darshan. But from
okay.
his point of view, he is coming. He has come all the way from somewhere else. He has come all the way up to temple, and then they are in between. They joined something like that. Is so Ganga is also like that.
Okay, because it is written carried through the spaceway of demigods in billions of celestial airplanes. That's what I was thinking. How can you put it in
Mm.
a further one
They
more
were
thing?
all they were all escorting.
Okay.
Mm.
One more thing that Kesharachara mountain that is as
Mm.
tall as I
Mount
just
Meru.
didn't get Mount Meru. It is as
Mount
tall
Meru.
as Mount.
Mm.
Okay. Okay.
We have
Hare
shown some pictures. You can see the pictures. You will understand that. In the picture, the Kesharachal like pencil type of mountain. They are as high as Mount Meru.
Okay. As high. 90. No? Okay, Hare Krishna. Thank you so much.
84,000 kilometers, 84,000 yojanas. Their height.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Correction. Okay, we'll move on to the next section. So, all of you had nice festivals, Janmashtami, Radhashtami, Ballam Jayanti, etc. So, very soon we are going to have what is this? It is known as, Damodar month, Kartika Mas. Maybe in another 1 week or 10 days, it's going to start. So many festivals. So, now, in the vertical structure of the universe, we'll start with Bhuvarloka and then gradually go to Swargaloka, then Maharloka, Janaloka, Tapaloka, Sapaloka. All these things will be discussed one after the other. So, it's like Mataji asked, did we do 20th chapter? We did 20th chapter, but last few verses of the 20th chapter talks about the sun. So those verses we did not cover that time. So before that verse, we have talked about, I think, verse number till um, sun is situated 43. Yeah, verse number 42 तक हमने किया था. 43 से 46, 40, 46. 3-4 verses are talking about sun. So we'll see those verses and then we'll move on to 20th chapter. So they say that the sun is situated in the middle of the universe, Andamadhya. In comparison to the entire universe, the vertical height. See, if you see in this picture, previous picture. So this is the vertical picture. Exactly in the middle. This is the place where sun is located, in the middle of the universe. The middle plane you take. In this plane, it can be anywhere. It not necessarily be middle means here, we may say, but not like that. In the middle plane, with respect to the vertical height, the sun is situated exactly in the middle of the universe. That is the understanding. So the total height of the universe, total width of the universe is 500 million yojanas. The diameter from here to here, it is all 500, or here to here also 500. So when the sun is in the middle plane, from the plane of sun, upside is 250 and bottom side is 250 million yojanas. So since sun is located in the middle of the universe, he is taken as a reference in order to give measurements of all other things that are there in the universe. Because he is exactly in the middle, so it becomes easy for us. Okay, with respect to sun, upper at what height that they are there. With respect to sun, bottom side at what depth other people are there, etc. etc. He has taken as a reference. So in that way. Kotisyu Panchavimshati, 25 crore yojanas up and below. Andamadhya Gata, Suryo, Dvav, Aprut, Gav, Ambumyor, Yadantaram, Suryanda Golayor Madde, Kotisyu Panchavimshati. Surya, Andagolayor Madde. Andagola Mitlam, the entire Brahmanda is called Andagola. It is a spherical Gola, the entire universe. So exactly in the middle of that, the Surya is situated. And with respect to Surya, above we have Kotisyu Panchavimshati, 25 crore yojanas above and 25 crore yojanas below. And where exactly in the middle of the universe is situated? Dhyav Abhyumyor Edantaram. In the middle of Dhyav means Svargaloka. In the middle of Sargaloka and Bhuloka. Bhumyor matlab Bhuloka. Dhyav means Svargaloka. In between Sargaloka and Bhuloka, there is a place called Bhuvarloka. In the middle of the Bhuvarloka, sun is situated. Sun is situated in the middle of the Bhuvarloka, which is sun is situated in the middle of the Bhuvarloka, which is the middle of the earth and heaven. So Bhuvarloka is situated in the middle of heaven and earth. And in the middle of that Bhuvarloka is sun. So what is this Bhuvarloka? So Bhuvarloka spreads to a width of 0.2 million yojanas. That means 2 lakh yojanas. Bhuvarloka also has a width. For example, if you go to the previous picture, yeah, here. So from this is Bhuloka, and from here to here is Sargaloka. And here between these two lines, we can say this is like Bhuvarloka. Bhuvarloka is only a small portion, like this is one bread and this is another bread. Between two bread, there is sandwich. That sandwich portion is Bhuvarloka. So the width of the Bhuvarloka is only 2 lakh yojanas. Svargaloka is about 3.6 million yojanas. And Bhuvarloka is only 0.2 million yojanas, or 2 lakh yojanas. So from that point of view, it is very small portion. So in that way, we have
Hare
to take.
Krishna, sorry
Mataji.
Prabhuji to interrupt, but this point to width when we are saying means how the thickness of Bhumandala we discussed. Similarly, the thickness of Bhuvarloka that you mean is 2 lakh.
Yes.
That is only, na? Yeah.
Yeah.
Means actually it is a height, na?
Bhumandala
Prabhuji?
from here to here. Bhumandala is from here to here. That is about 1 lakh yojanas. And from
Okay.
here to here, which is Bhuvarloka, is 1 lakh yojanas. Here to here, 1 lakh yojanas. Here to here, 2 lakh yojanas. And here to here, it would be 36 lakh yojanas. The Svargaloka is about 36 lakh yojanas.
Okay. तो थोड़ा डिफिकल्ट जा रहा है प्रभु जी समझने के लिए. Is there any
Then-
other diagram, Prabhuji?
No, what is it so difficult? See, here to here 1 lakh yojanas, and here to
Yeah.
here 2 lakh yojanas, here to here 36 lakh yojanas. See, when I say here to here, this entire plane, this entire area is part of Sargaloka. And
And
this
still
portion,
the top of Svargaloka is 36 lakh.
yeah, this area, it is like Bhuvarloka. And this area is considered to be like Bhuloka. These 7 lokas are also considered to be part of the Bhuloka. They are not considered separately. They are also part of Bhuloka. And all this entire leaf is like Bhuloka. And here to here, this entire area is Svargaloka. And in between there like a small portion, intermediate space is like Bhuvarloka. Like that.
Okay. Means it is kind of a, like suppose we have a ball And if we cut that ball into slices, then if those slices are one on top of other, that is how the different lokas are there, like that.
Yes.
Okay.
The sliced bread you have, na? The sliced bread pack will get some 20 breads will be there.
Okay.
One above the other, they are stacked. So one bread is like one loka.
So there is no free space between different lokas provision. Immediately one after another they are there, na?
They will be there. Free. See, they are all in ether only, na? Except Bhuloka. This Bhuloka is only solid structure.
Okay.
And all these things in the Bhuloka circle, they are all in ether only. Ether itself is a free space.
Okay.
See, later on, yeah, we have already discussed. The Bhuloka is nothing but stars. What stars we see in the night time, na? They are all part of Bhuloka only. Bhuloka is not like the earth globe. Say there's like earth ball like that. Not like that. They are all like Vimanas. In the Bhuloka, they what are there is there nothing but Vimanas.
These different stars are Vimanas, yeah. Okay.
They are all part of Bhuloka only. So there
So
is a
all
lot of free
moving
space.
structures are there like that.
Yes. Everything in the Bhuloka and Swargaloka are constantly moving. They are not stationary like Bhumandala.
Okay. Thank you.
So thus, first of all, the sun is located exactly in the middle of the universe. Above sun is 250, below sun is 250. But in the middle of the universe is where? So he is situated between Bhuloka and Swargaloka, a place called as Bhurloka. And that Bhurloka is extends to a width of 2 lakh yojanas. In the middle of that is there, sun is there. That means from sun, if you go downward by 1 lakh yojanas, you will touch Bhumandala. And from sun, if you go 1 lakh yojanas above, you will touch Swargaloka. So he is located in the middle of Bhuvarloka and 1 lakh yojanas below Swargaloka, 1 lakh yojanas above Bhuloka. So that is the understanding. And who is this sun? Bhagavams tapatam patis. Tapana atapena trilokim pratapati avabhashati atmabhasha. Surya is called as Bhagavan. Since he is the Shakti Avesh avatar, Bhagavan Atmabhasha by his own potency, he heats up and lights up the three lokas. Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Swargaloka are heated up and lighted up by the sun's light and heat. Because sun himself is the master of heat. Tapasampati is the lord of heat. Here tapasa means not tapasya, tapasa means heat. So in that way. Since he is the lord of heat and light, he gives heat and light for Bhuloka, Bhurloka and Swargaloka. So it's like that. And since sun is there in the middle of the universe, he gets so many beautiful names. First of all, he is called as Martanda because it is only by the presence of sun all of us are living. If kindly imagine, if sun is not there for 1 month, if there is no sunrise for one continuous month, 30 days continuously there is no sunrise, how many of us can continue to survive? Sunrise, sun means not only sun, sun's different manifestations in the form of sunlight, moonlight, the light of stars, and electricity also. There is no sunlight, there is no moonlight, there is no stars visible, and there is no electricity for 1 month continuously, 30 into 24 hours. How many of us can survive after 1 month? Can anyone? So that's why he is called as Martanda because he entered the unconscious universe and gave life to it. He entered into Mruta Anda and gave life to it. That's why he's called Martanda. All of us are surviving because sun is there. If sun is not there, immediately we all die. And is also called as Hiranyagarbha. Previously also we discussed Hiranyagarbha means all the living entities combined together in the entire universe are called as Hiranyagarbha. As I just mentioned, all of us are existing only because of the presence of sun. If sun is there, we are there. We matlab Hiranyagarbha is there. If sun is not there, Hiranyagarbha is not there. That's why he is identified with Hiranyagarbha. So Hiranyagarbha exists. That means all of us exist only when sun is there. If sun is not there, Hiranyagarbha does not exist. So that's why it's called Hiranyagarbha. And one more thing. सूर्येन हि विभाजयते दिशा कम द्यावुर्महि विदा स्वर्गापवर्गौ नरका रसौ कांक्षि सर्वशः. See, whatever these names are there, here we have seen all these different names. Something is called Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Sargaloka, Maharloka, Janloka, Tapaloka, Satyaloka, Atala, Vitala, etc. etc. All these things get their designation only by because of sun. With respect to sun, some people will have daytime 12 hours, nighttime 12 hours. Some people will have daytime 15 days, nighttime 15 days. Some people will have 6 months daytime, 6 months nighttime. Some people's day is much longer. Some people do not have any daytime, nighttime. So all these things are in relation to sun only. So all these things are called so and so only because of the presence of sun. All these differentiations exist only because of the sun. So in that way, that is also another glory of sun. Suryena hi vibhajayate. The directions are divided because of sun. We call some direction as east, west, north, south, all because of sun only. The sky is called the 8 directions or 10 directions we call. That is also because of sun. The heavens, the earth, and other divisions like Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Svargaloka, Maharloka, all these lokas are called so and so because of the sun. And the place Sarga, Apavarga, and Atala, Vitala, etc. etc. Everything they are called with their respective names only because there is sun who is exactly in the middle of the universe. And with respect to sun, everyone else is getting their identity. So that is understanding. And then the most important thing of sun is the presentity of our eye. If he is not there, we can't see anything. So in that way. Devatiriyan Manushyanam Sarisrupa Savirudhanam Sarva Jiva Nikayanam Surya Atma Drug Ishvaraha. The sun is the eye and life. Drug Ishvara and Atma. He is our Atma, he is the Lord of our vision. Of whom? Of all living beings, including Devatas, animals, humans, reptiles, and plants. Because he is there, all of us are there. And he is also the presentity of our eyes, he is also our soul. So in that way. In one sense, we say na Kshirodakshaya Vishnu is the maintainer of our universe. So he is the maintenance. He is responsible for maintenance of the universe. But he maintains through the presence of sun. Currently, the maintenance is taken care by sun. Sun is a representative of Kshirodakshaya Vishnu. So in that way, since he is maintaining all of us, our survival, our existence is all because of sun only. That's why it's called Atma. Anyone remembers Gayatri Surya Gayatri Mantra? Anyone can tell?
The normal
Om
Gayatri and
Bhurбhuvas.
Surya Gayatri is different, Prabhuji.
Whatever you, different or not, whatever you know, tell that.
It is Om Bhurбhuvasva.
Not clear. Yes. Yes.
Tatsaviturvarenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Dhiyo Yo Na Prachodayat.
What is the meaning of that?
I'm not very sure, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, Om Vidmai Mahatejaya Dhimai Tanno Surya Prachodaya.
No, not that. This one only. Om Bhurbhuvasva only I was talking about. That is also there.
Yes.
That is also Surya Gayatri Mantra. But this is also called as Brahma Gayatri, Surya Gayatri. So different names are there, but I'm referring to this mantra only. Anyone can tell the meaning of this? Just make a try.
Om Bhurbhuvasva. That means the lokas. That means the 3 planetary systems. Tat Savitur. Your Savitur means your that golden gray, effulgent light. Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Tanno. That which is coming to all these places, we bow down to that particular entity. Atom, Prabhuji.
Okay, okay. See, no need to get into all the technical details. Simple thing. O Sun, O maintainer of the Bhuloka, Bhurloka, Sargaloka, I am offering my respective blessings unto you. Let me meditate upon you. That is the meaning. The sun constantly maintaining Bhuloka, Bhurloka, and Sargaloka. The residents who are living in these three lokas. All our maintenance is based on sun's presence. Since he is maintaining us, we should be grateful. That's why we are offering Naman every day, morning, afternoon, evening. So that is the understanding. Yes or no? Are the three lokas are maintained by him or not?
Hare Krishna, yes, Guruji.
So it's like that.
Hare
So,
Krishna.
uh,
Sorry, Prabhuji. This may sound very foolish question, but like we just now discussed now that the Swargaloka is above and the Bhuvarloka and Swargaloka के बीच में sun is situated,
mm,
right?
mm,
So, matlab, all the Swargaloka gets light of the sun from below. It is like that.
obviously, Sargaloka also will get light and heat from sun. Bhuloka also gets heat and light. Bhuvarloka also get heat and light from sun only. That's what,
Because
na? We just
yeah,
read. So, lights of the three lokas. Three lokim pratapati avabhashati atmavasha.
yeah, because it is situated in the Bhuvarloka, means it is
Mm,
at that plane. So they must
mm.
be getting all the light from straight way, like for us, we are situated below. That is why we see sun on the top. And
See,
for
Mataji,
sorry,
please, wait. Don't get into so much analysis. See, what we are studying is one point. It's not complete. This is the problem. We immediately try to make judgments. After discussion all these 26 chapters, remaining chapters, 21, 26, you will understand what exactly is happening, how exactly is happening. So it is not like complete information we are giving at this shloka. As of now, one information is given. So there is much more to it. It is not complete. So you may think that okay, sun is below, ऊपर वाला कैसे के मिल रहा है, ऊपर रहेगा तो नीचे लाइट आएगा, नीचे रहेगा तो ऊपर लाइट कैसे आएगा. So you might have all these doubts, but this is not complete. They are getting light and heat from sun only, but sun does not stay there only always. He also goes up and down. That will be mentioned later on in the future chapters. We'll see that. So don't worry about all this. Don't analyze too much. Mm,
okay, Prabhuji. Thank you.
mm. So
Hare
it's
Krishna,
like
Prabhuji.
yes, Madhaj.
Prabhuji, all these quotes, they are from Surya Samhita.
Which quotes?
These shlokas, which are in
No,
the
these are
slides.
Bhagavatam shlokas only. You see this shloka number here, 520 and 43 to 50, 43 to
No, no,
46.
no.
See all these shlokas
In the
only.
slide that
Ah,
Suryena hi vibhajayante dishaha
that
kam.
is
Those all from Bhagavad.
220, 520, 45. This is 45 and this is 46 and
Okay.
Martanda and this is 44. And the previous slide was 43. Bhagavatam only.
Okay, you've put them in a
Prabhuji,
different format, so I was wondering if they are
Ah,
from some other.
everything is Bhagavatam. Everything we are discussing from Bhagavatam only. We have
Okay.
not put individual sloka number, but you can see here what we are discussing will be there like side heading always here.
Yes, yes.
43 to 46 here, na? So all these slokas only we are discussing. You can
Yes,
keep the book
Prabhuji.
in front of you also so that it becomes clear for you.
Yes, yes. I opened it. It's put in a different
Mm.
format, so I was wondering if you're quoting from somewhere else.
No.
yeah, I was even think the same thing, Markanda and all. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you, Mataji.
Now that it's there in the 44th shlok. It is also
Mm.
mentioned that it is known as Vairaja. So Vairaja is the total manifestation of the universe.
See, Vairaja is the gross universal form. Martanda is not Martanda. Hiranyagarbha is the subtle universal form. So in that way.
Okay.
So it is like that. So now we are entering into 21. So that was about 20. Now we are into 21. You can see the shloka numbers above, and accordingly we'll be discussing. If you want, you can open that shloka and see. But anyway, see, I'm not going shloka by shloka because I'm gradually trying to develop the subject matter in a proper way. In between, some shlokas are there which we will discuss much later. So I'm skipping some shlokas and then moving on. So just now we discussed about sun. Now we will discuss about the sun is situated in a chariot. There is a discussion about that chariot. So what kind of chariot on which sun is situated? There is a description about that chariot that comes around 11th shloka or something like that. That's why I'm directly going there. So the chariot of sun had only one wheel. So in Bombay also we see, especially when we go to this gateway of India, that side, there are so many horse-driven carts, something like chariot only. So for any horse-driven or bullock-driven cart to run, we need to have two wheels. But sun's chariot only had one wheel. So Asya Ekam Chakram. There is only one wheel and it is connected to an axle whose length is 15.75 million yojanas, which is equal to the radius of Mansutra mountain. So like that. So we'll see how is that. So there is one wheel and the axle is connected to the wheel on one side. Other side, the axle is connected to the lower portion of the Meru. At the base of the Meru, it is connected. So other side, carrying the wheel, the axle continuously moves just above Mansutra mountain. So I'll show you the picture. And next slide, the picture will come. So the chariot continuously rotates on Mansutra mountain like a wheel of an oil pressing machine. So how is that? So this is the Bhumandala we discussed till now in the previous sessions. Here is Mount Meru. So here also we have Bharatakanda in Jambudvipa. Here is Mansutra mountain. And here is Pole Star or Dhruvaloka. So just above the Manasutra mountain, not touching the Manasutra mountain, but just above, at some height. This is the chariot wheel. Chariot wheel is located just above the mountain. And here is the chariot body. This is the axle. So one side, the axle is connected at the base of Mount Meru, where Mount Meru is sprouting from Bhumandala. That place is connected. And here is the wheel. And here is the chariot body in which Suryanarayana is situated. Here is Aruna chariot driver, the 7 horses. And since it is fixed here, this as a result of that, this chariot will revolve in a clockwise direction daily. Every day will make one round. The horses will run fast, 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 fast. They complete one round every day. So it is like that. So I think this picture will help you understand. I'm not confusing you. So this, if you have seen in your villages, in your childhood, there was something called a Chuna Batti. I used to see Chuna Batti for festivals, especially for Diwali and for Ugadi. These were the two festivals in our villages. Every householder would paint their home. Every year without fail, they paint these two times, Ugadi and Diwali. These are the two big festivals in Telangana, Andhra, where I was coming from. So we used to paint two times. So in those days, they used to get chuna stones. So the stones were broken into powder with this chuna batti. In the village, in the central portion of the village, there used to be chuna batti. It is a round canal kind of thing, and there is a huge stone, the circular stone like a wheel in that, and that was connected to two bulls. And the people would put the chuna stones in that circular pit, and they connect two bulls, and the bulls will go around. As a result of that, the chuna stones will become powder, and they collect the powder and mix water, then apply to the walls. I mean, nowadays we get everything ready made, but in those days they would only get this tuna. Even not only these tuna stones, we also used to get salt, salt or sea salt. Also, we used to get in like the stones only, and people purchase it in exchange of iron. There is some old iron in their homes, so that much amount of iron, and they'll give salt. They take iron, old iron, and they give salt. And we used to take one book full bag of salt, so that would come for 6 months, so 6 months to one year, like that. So these were the general practices in the village. So this was something like chuna batti. But here they are comparing it to be a oil pressing machine. I'll show you some traditional picture of oil pressing machine also after some time. But it is like that. So here is the wheel, and here are the horses. The horses will pull the wheel, so it will go in the clockwise direction, like this circularly. It keeps moving every day. So he starts here and he goes around and comes back here tomorrow morning. One full day, he makes one round. So like that. So, and the place where sun is situated here, from here to the base of this mountain, the total height is about 1 lakh yojanas. This is at 1 lakh yojanas. The mountain height is 10,000 yojanas. The gap between the peak of the mountain to the base of the wheel, this is 50,000 yojanas. From the base of the wheel to the place where the sun is seated, that is basically the wheel's radius, we can say. That is about 40,000 yojanas. 40,000 plus 50,000 plus 10,000, like total 1 lakh yojanas. From the base of Pushkar Dvipa to the place where sun is seated, this total height is 1 lakh yojanas. Like that, Srila Swami says. So it is like that. So here Bhagavatam gives an example of oil pressing machine. As in an oil pressing machine, the first axle is attached to a second axle whose length is 1/4, opposite to the saltwater ocean. So here we have Jambudipa. Surrounding Jambudipa we have saltwater ocean. Then surrounding saltwater ocean we have Plakshadvipa, second island, something like that. So if you see here, so this is the first axle and there is a second axle. One side it is connected to the upper end of the second axle is attached to Dhruvaloka by a rope of wind. It is connected to Dhruvaloka here, and the bottom side is connected to the first axle just above saltwater ocean. So here is saltwater ocean, here is Jambudipa. Surrounding Jambudipa saltwater ocean, there wherever saltwater ocean is there, that is where both the axles are connected. So Dhruva Maharaj, who is situated in Dhruvaloka, will control the motion of the sun with the help of the second axle. And he also had two ropes. The two ropes are coming from here and they go to the yoke of this chariot. These 7 horses are, their speed is controlled by Dhruva Maharaj here. Locally, Aruna controls the chariot driver, but remotely, Dhruva Maharaj also controls the speed of the chariot. That is understanding. So this is the traditional oil pressing machine. Yeah, in Kerala, some of you must have seen. I don't know, Bombay people might not have seen, but in the villages, it used to be there. Even in my childhood, also I saw some oil pressing machines like this. So the groundnut and sunflower and all, they put in this. So the oil will come out like this. So this is like the first axle. This is like the second axle. This is the place where Polestar is there, and this is like Mount Meru. Mount Meru is like this. If you go back to the previous picture, so Mount Meru is like this, and this is the first axle. This is the second axle. Here the horses are driving the chariot, and here the bulls are driving this entire oil pressing machine. So this is how they used to extract oil. So nowadays we don't even see how it is happening and all. We get everything in packets or cans. We directly purchase from supermarket. So this is how even in my childhood I saw this, but we did not use. We used to use this kind of machinery, this thing, machine based. This also has same structure only, but it is machine based, motor based. So after our crops are over, we would take some 10 bags of 10 15 bags of groundnut, and we get 4 5 tins of groundnut oil, which would go for 6 months. So something like that. So in villages they used to do like this, but nowadays everyone purchasing in shop only. But these are all like traditional methods. So this oil pressing machine is made based on sun's chariot. In order to help us understand sun's chariot, Sukadeva Goswami is describing that it is like oil pressing machine, because people are commonly familiar with this oil pressing machine. So kindly understand, this oil pressing machine was there 5,000 years back also. When Parikshit Maharaj was ruling all over, people were using this kind of oil pressing machine, which was still present till recent times. But nowadays this has become obsolete, but at least in the few decades back it was there. So this is the culture. It was coming from thousands of years old. So like that. You are able to get it? This oil pressing machine and sun's chariot, how it is?
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Now it's clear.
Yes.
Some of you must have seen it in your villages if you are coming
Yes,
from
Prabhuji, we
village.
have it in our village. These. They are still used.
They still use, huh? Oh, good.
Yes.
Nice. Mm. I saw this, but we never used. But we used to use this kind of oil pressing machine, motor wala. In my
Mm.
childhood, till my 10th class, every year we used to go there. It was about 20 kilometers from our village. We used to go in the morning, and in the night we could come back with 10, 15 tins of groundnut oil and with so many bags of the groundnut cake, oil cakes. So they were given to bulls and
Oh,
buffaloes.
yes,
They would
yes.
give good milk. So in that way, this is like my routine activity. Every day, to break that oil cakes into powder, mix with some water, make it soft, and feed the buffalo cow as soon as they come home in the evening.
Yes.
So like that.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, this
Yes, Mataji.
first axle is also the subtle axis, like the axle which is coming from Dhruvaloka, you mentioned it is made of Vayu, na? And the second also means the one which is appearing horizontal, that is also the subtle axis, na? It is made of also wind.
Yeah, maybe. See, these are all divine things, no? They are beyond our sense perception. Just like Arjuna had given Divya Chakshu, he could see the universal form. Like that, if we also get some Divya Chakshu, we will be able to see these axles and all. So yeah, yes,
Yeah,
they are
because
all
I think
subtle.
many things are subtle only, no? Because from Dhruvaloka, means from the top of Mount Meru to Dhruvaloka, whatever is there, that is also subtle only, na? Like,
Even Mount Meru is also subtle for us. Na? We can't see. We discussed this elaborately in the
yeah,
last one of the last class. Everything is subtle except our Earth globe. Everything else is subtle only for us. What we see is only light coming from the sun globe. But actually, it is not a globe. It is actually chariot, the way we see in the picture.
yeah. Okay. Yeah, thank you.
So just now I mentioned this mountain is 10,000 yojanas height, and from the peak of mountain to the base of the chariot is 50,000 yojanas. From here to the place where sun is sitting, that is about 40,000 yojanas. Total height is 1 lakh yojanas. So Bhagavatam clearly says 1 lakh yojanas. How it is 1 lakh yojanas? Like this. Sridhar Swami says in the commentary. That's why we have got all the details. And then Bhagavatam says that there is something called as Rataneda. So what is this Rataneda? It is like this. As I was telling, you are asking the question how the Swargaloka residents are getting sunlight, etc. etc. So Rataneda is the area in which we see the sun for a period of 1 year. So today we are seeing sun here. For a period of some sun goes upward also, sun goes inside also, sun goes front also, back also. Sun has 3D motion. He goes up front and back also, he goes up and down also, he goes in and out also. But overall, in a year, if we put locus standi of sun, like every day, if you point where the sun located, in a year we get 365 points. And if you plot all the 365 points, so you will get a area of this cubical kind of area. That is called Ratanida. Ratanida means the location where all we see the sun over a period of 1 year. And that has got some dimension also. Here to here, 3.6 million yojanas, and here to here 3.6 million yojanas, and here to here zero point 0.9 yojanas, zero point 0.9 million yojanas. Right to left also 3.6, bottom to top also 3.6, and front to back, this one, that is 0.9. These are the dimensions of this uh, cubicle in which we see the sun over a period of 1 year. This is called Rataneda. So that's why I said, na. So here Bhagavatam is saying 1 lakh yojanas. The details mentioned in the Bhagavatam are on Makar Sankranti. On Makar Sankranti day, sun is at a height of 1 lakh yojanas. But as time progresses, the sun goes to the this is almost same height as Dhruvaloka. From here to Dhruvaloka is 3.8, and from here to here is 3.6. So it's almost as high as Dhruvaloka. Sun goes to that much height. So it is also going to the topmost point of almost to the topmost point of Swargaloka. So in that way, they will get sunlight as the sun is going above. The Swargaloka people get more and more close sunlight. So in that way. And sun also comes inside and away. In the modern science also we study na sun is close to earth sometimes, sun is far sometimes, that apogee, perigee, etc. etc. So that is also here. Sun is coming close to earth, sun going away from earth. So in that way, that is happening. So like that. And the sun's chariot is driven by 7 horses. They are named after the names of 7 Vedic meters such as Gayatri, etc. So these meters were also mentioned in the third canto 12th chapter. From Brahma's 7 dhatus, the 7 meters came. Gayatri, Bruhati, Ushnik, Jagati, Trishtu, Panushtup, and Pankti. So basically, meter is basically it is like a number of words used in one line. If there are more words, the meter will change. So Gayatri may be like 32 or 26 or something like that. I don't remember the exact number. So I think it starts from 26 to 40, something like that. So if in one line if there are 40 letters, that is called Pankti, 40 or 42. If there are only 26 letters, it is called Gayatri. The small shlokas of Bhagavatam are in Gayatri meter. The big shlokas of Bhagavatam are in Anushtup meter, something like that. We can see. And they are connected to a yoke whose length is 0.9 million yojanas. Yoke means the wooden structure on which the horses or bulls are connected. The wooden structure, wooden pole will be there on the top of their neck. So that is called pole. Yoke. That yoke length is 0.9 million yojanas. It is also wide enough. Aruna, who is driving the chariot, Aruna is the elder brother of Garuda. So both Garuda and Aruna were actually the twin brothers. They were born, but they were like bird species. So Kashyapa Prajapati had more 17 wives. One among them was Vinata. So initially Vinata laid 2 eggs, and eventually after 500 years, one egg was broken into pieces and then came out Aruna. After another 500 years, another egg was broken and came out Garuda. So like that. So in that way, Aruna is the elder brother, 500 years elder to Garuda. So Aruna became the chariot driver of Suryadev. Garuda became the carrier of Lord Vishnu. So that's how they are brothers. Though he is driving the chariot of the Surya, but he is always looking backward to have the beautiful darshan of Sun God. The Sun God is Shakti Avatar avatar of the Supreme Lord. So he is always having darshan of the Supreme Lord in that sense, Surya Narayana. And in front of the chariot, walking backward and looking towards sun, there are 60,000 Valakilya sages, and they constantly recite Vedic prayers for the pleasure of Surya. Because Surya is doing his service, so he need to be encouraged and to be glorified. The Valakilyas are always offering the Vedic mantras in the glorification of Sun God. Sun God, hearing their prayers, does his service of going around and giving light and heat to all the 3 lokas. So in that way. And in Sun's service, there are different personalities are assisting him. Just like these Valakilyas are chanting Vedic mantras, the Gandharvas are singing songs, Apsaras are dancing for his pleasure, Nagas bind the chariot, they keep chariot intact always, they are taking care of the maintenance. Yakshas harness the horses, the Yakshas will take care of the horses. Rakshasas push from behind. So even though the horses are trying to pull the chariot, sometimes it is very difficult for the chariot to move ahead. So the Rakshasas are situated behind the chariot, they are pushing it so that horses can carry it easily. The sages who also chanting Vedic mantras. In addition to Valakilyas, there are some sages who are chanting Vedic mantras. And Devatas, the 12 Adityas, the manage the Surya Loka. We have 12 Adityas, Indra, Varuna, Surya, Data, Vidata, Aryama, etc. So one Aditya will take care of 1 month. They take care of the management of the entire Surya Loka for 1 month. So like that. So in groups continuously worship the Supreme Lord as Surya. So every month or every 2 months, all these people will change. They do their service in rotation. It is said like that. So every month there are 2 Gandharvas are to sing, 2 Apsaras to dance, and two groups of Nagas to take care of the maintenance of the chariot like that. Every month the team will change. Again next year same month the same team will again come back. Something like that. So this is a monthly rotation based service. All these people will do their service for the pleasure of Surya, so that Surya can do his service. So like that. So this is about sun's chariot. And then Hanuman Chalisa, the recent book compiled by Sri Tulsidas, he gives the distance between earth and sun. So we saw that the chariot wheel is located just above Manasutra mountain, and the radius of Manasutra mountain is 15.75 million yojanas. So that means from the center of Mount Meru, or approximately from the center of Earth globe to chariot wheel is about 15.75 million yojanas. But sun's chariot body is somewhere inside. So what would be the distance between the earth and sun? For that, the reference is Ramcharitmanas, which says, one doha says that, Tumharo mantra vibhishana mana lankeshwara bhaya java jagajana juga sahasra yojana parabanu lilyotahi madhurafala janu. So just like Hanumanji jumped to Lanka, where he met Vibhishana, where he heard Vibhishana chanting the names of Lord Hari. Similarly, when he was child, one morning looking at sun, assuming it to be a fruit, he jumped to sun. He did not go all the way up to sun, but he jumped to sun, who was at a distance of Juga Sahasra Yojana. So according to Sri Tulsidas, the sun is located at a distance of Juga Sahasra Yojana from earth. So what do you mean by Juga Sahasra Yojana? Juga in West Bengal and all in the northern India, the Y is not used. You don't use Y. Instead of Y, they say Ja. They call Jamuna. We call Yamuna. So in that way. So Juga means Yuga. In terms of Devata years, one Chatur Yuga, Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali, all 4 yugas put together equal to 12,000 Devata years. Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali, all 4 put together is equal to 12,000 Devata years. One Devata year is equal to 360 human years. If you multiply this 12,000 into 360, we get 43 lakh 20,000 human years. That is the total period of 4 yugas together. So Juga stands for 12,000. Sahasra means 1,000. 12,000 into 1,000 is 12 million yojanas. So this is the approximate distance between the earth and sun. So here to here 15.75 and here to here is 12. So this is the distance which 500 years back he only gives. When we convert this into kilometers or miles, so one yojana is equal to 8 miles. So 12 into 8, it becomes 96 million miles. And 1 mile is equal to 1.6 kilometers. When you multiply 96 with 1.6, it becomes 153.6 million kilometers. So according to modern observations, the distance between Earth and Sun, they call it as 1 astronomical unit, which is 150 million kilometers. Or Tulsidas said that it is 153.6 million kilometers. It's closest figure, not necessarily exactly. Because in Sanskrit, it's very easy to tell this number, Juga Sahasra Yojana. If you convert 150 million kilometers into yojanas, it would become some 11.567 like that. But to write that in Sanskrit, it would be very difficult. So he has taken closest round figure. It will be 12 million yojanas. Approximately, this is the distance between Earth and Sun. So it's simple. So this is how our Vedic tradition has given details about Sun. Finally, every Sunday when we go to temple, we recite Brahma Samhita prayers. This is the prayer which glorify the sun, which describe the activity of sun. Chakshuresha Sakrita Sakala Grahanam Raja Samasa Suramurti Rachesha Teja. Yes, Sagnaya Brahmati Samburta Kala Chakro Govinda Mati Purusham Tamaham Pujami. So this is about the wonderful glorious activities of sun. So I worship Govinda, the primary Lord, under whose control even the sun, which is considered to be the eye of the Lord, rotates within the fixed orbit of eternal time, Kala Chakra. Yasagnaya Brahmati Samburta Kala Chakra. The sun is constantly rotating on the orbit of Kala Chakra. The sun is the king of all planetary systems. Raja Samasta Suramurti Ashesha Teja. and he has unlimited potency in heat and light. Ashesha Teja, Raja Samasa Suramurtir. Among all the devatas, the sun is considered to be the sun because he's the most important person. Even is most important than Indra also in one sense. Indra is Vibhuti of Lord Vishnu, but Surya is Shakti Avatar of Lord Vishnu. So it's like that. More than Indra, sun plays more important role in maintaining all of us, all three lokas. So in that way. So here is that majestic sun, seven horses, Aruna, Surya, Narayana. So thus he continuously moves, gives us heat and light. So years back for one Brahmachari Yatra, we went to Sringeri Mutt, very close to Mysore or Srirangapatnam. So in Sringeri Mutt, in that temple, in one corner there was sun's chariot. They are Suryopakas, they are Panchopakas, Pancho Upasakas. They worship Surya also during their Brahmosత్సవ festival. They take out this chariot during that time and they worship, decorate it nicely and worship also Surya Dev. So here you see this is the chariot, here is sun, here is Aruna, here is that one wheel. They kept one wheel below the sun. So in our pictures, we have kept the wheel on the right hand side and left hand side from sun's point of view. So, but they kept the wheel below the chariot only because of the easiness of making. So this is the wheel, this is the chariot body, this is the driver Aruna. These are the seven horses. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and that may be one more that side. So this is how they decorate it nicely and then they worship during the Brahmosత్సవ festival. Here you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 horses are there. One wheel, Aruna and Suryadev. Here is Suryadev. So these are all about sun. So before going to moon, any questions about sun?
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, like we discussed that something that square kind of a structure you showed, I forgot the name.
Rathanida.
Rathanida. So it's Surya keeps going up and down or sidewise also, and inside outside also. So means that means the difference. I mean distance from the particular planet, say for example Earth, will keep changing now a variable. So is there any difference due to the light and heat what each planet gets from sun? It will vary according to the distance.
Don't worry, don't see what others are getting difference or not, forget it. We can actually relate to it now. We can see from here Mumbai also you can see now. Now gradually your temperature is gradually reducing. You are getting winter now. Till it goes all the way up to January, February. Then winter becomes summer, summer becomes rainy season. All these things are happening because of sun going up and down, in and out, front and back. And sometimes, especially in the month of May, sun is very close to earth, the place where we are, especially the Mumbai. So we have a lot of heat in the month of May. Sun goes up, and while coming back also in October also we have another heat, more heat. These are all because of the relative distance between sun and earth, and different places on the earth also they have closeness and farness at different times. In Mumbai we have summer in May month. That May is winter for Australians because for Australia it will be far in sun will be far distant in May, and Australians will have summer in February, not in February, in January only. January we are far from sun, so we have winter. So it's like that. All these things are happening because of the sun going up and down, inside, outside, front, back.
So, Prabhuji, should we understand that on the earth at different places we will have different season or kind of a winter or how you explain about Australia and India like that. So that is also means also the Uttarayan and Dakshinayan of the earth also plays the role and also the sun's movement. Both the things will act in that.
Uttarayana and Dakshinayana are nothing to do with earth. They are only sun only. Sun going above is called Uttarayana, sun coming down is called Dakshinayana.
Okay. Because at the back of mind something learned in the school there's
वही स्कूल का जो पढ़ा है उसको साइड में रखो.
Yeah. Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, the sun planet is different from the chariot, or what is it like? The
See,
chariot is supposed to be the sun planet.
no, in reality, it is chariot only. In that chariot, we have sun god and also many others. All these Valakilyas, the Gandharvas,
Yes.
Apsaras, Devatas, Rakshasas, Nagas, and also sun's family also will be there. Sun god himself has three wives and many children. In his family, there will be some brahmanas, priests, and so many servants. It is like a big hall. This chariot is not like the chariot the way we experience at our
Okay.
place.
It's
We
like
may
a
say that
planet
our
itself.
chariot, it is like a viman. It is like
Okay.
what we can say. Kardamamuni created vimana for Devahutina, something like that.
Okay.
It's a huge place, and from sun comes sunlight, and that light appears to be like a globe to all of us.
Okay.
There is no
The
physical globe
chariot and
there.
everything is just one.
Ah,
The sun god sits in it and the whole thing is illuminated.
yeah, yes, yes.
I was imagining the sun is different and the chariot is different.
No, no.
Mhm.
In reality, it is a chariot, but for our human vision, we see the globular kind of fiery ball. But
Mhm.
in reality, inside that fiery ball, we have the chariot and all. Chariot and the entire family members of Sun God, everyone is there inside that.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
Like direction. Other devotees have any question? Okay. So that is about Sun. I think we'll quickly have a couple of minutes break, 2 to 3 minutes, and then we'll may continue with the Moon. Okay, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, devotees are there.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we'll move ahead. So, till now we discussed about sun, referring from 20th chapter and 21st chapter, some verses talking about the important contribution by sun within the universe, and the sun's chariot also we saw. And with respect to sun, as you go a little bit above, we have moon. The moon discussion comes in the 22nd chapter. So in between there are many verses about sun also they are there, but we are not discussing about them. That we will discuss later on when we later on one of the presentations. The remaining verses will be covered. Now we are just focusing on these entities, the sun, moon, or the other planets which are described in the 22nd chapter. All these things first we will see. Then later on, their movements. Because of their movements, what about the effects? Because of sun's movement, we have sunrise, midday, sunset, midnight, etc. etc. That concept and all we will discuss a little later. So now, in relation to moon, how does it look like? Is it a satellite or star? Is it an abandoned planet? So nowadays, so many things are happening in relation to moon. So let's see all those things. So just like the sun is located at a height of 1 lakh yojanas from Pushkara Deepa. With respect to Pushkara Deepa, sun is at a height of 1 lakh yojanas. But on a horizontal level, the earth is here, the sun is also here. The earth globe and sun both are the same height only in that sense. Than vertical heights and all. But with respect to Pushkara Deepa, it is at a height of 1 lakh yojanas because the Bhumandala is this shape, so this comes like this. So with respect to the sun rays which are coming to the earth, the moon is located at a height of 1 lakh yojanas. Evam, in the same way, Chandrama, the moon, Arka Gabastibhya Uparistha Laksha Yojanato Upalabhimano. Arka Gabastibhya means the sun rays. The rays of the sun which are emitting from sun, among them they are going in all 360 directions, 360 degrees. But those rays which are coming to earth globe, with respect to them at a height of 1 lakh yojanas is the moon. If you read this translation and purport, the Prabhupada mentions that the sun is located 1 lakh yojanas above sun. The moon is located just 1 lakh yojanas above sun. So Prabhupada writes in the commentary that if you want to go to moon, first of all you have to go from earth to sun and then sun to moon. It is very far, difficult to travel. So that is just to because of the time need of the hour, Prabhupada said like that. But technically, the orbital plane of sun and the orbital plane of the moon, we are talking about the vertical heights. So the orbital plane of the sun is at a height of 1 lakh yojanas with respect to Pushkara Deepa because the chariot wheel and sun's chariot are located close to Pushkara Deepa. So in that way it is said. But moon is very close to earth globe. The orbital plane of the moon is at a height of 1 lakh yojanas with respect to the orbital plane of sun. That is the understanding. But point to point distance, the moon is close to earth and sun is very very far. How much close, how much far? Maybe a couple of slides later we will see that. So it is like this. So then couple of verses talks about the glories of moon. So we take some reference from sun and moon from Bhagavad Gita, both glories of sun and moon. Bhagavad Gita chapter 15, 12, 13 talks about the combined glories of sun and moon. Here you can see Yadaditya tejo jagad bhashayate agilam yat chandramasi yachagno tat tejo vidhimamakam. Know that the light of the sun, moon and fire which illuminate this universe, Jagat Bhashayate Akilam, is my light, my Vibhuti, Mama Teja. Sun's light, moon's light, fire's light, and all, they're all my Vibhutis. That's what Lord says in 12th verse. And then 13th verse, he says that Gam Avishasha Bhutani Dharayami Hamojasa. Kushnami Shaushadi Sarva Soma Bhutva Rasatmaka. Entering the earth, Gam means earth. Entering the earth means your Bhumandala, not only the earth globe. Entering the Bhumandala by my own Shakti and being situated there, I maintain the moving and non-moving entities who are living upon the Bhumandala. Because Lord Himself is present within the Bhumandala and holding the Bhumandala in a static state, all of us are able to construct our homes, travel in our vehicles, cook, eat, and live and sleep, etc. etc. All these things we are able to do because Lord himself is present in the Bhumandala by his own personal energy. As a result of that, Bhumandala is intact. For example, if the entire earth becomes disintegrated into sand particles, if the entire earth becomes combination of sand, it becomes like daldal. Can we able to construct a home? Can we able to sleep properly, peacefully? Can we able to travel from one place to other place in our two-wheeler, four-wheeler, or any other vehicle? Can we do? We cannot do. The earth remains what it is now because of the presence of the Supreme Lord. Does not get disintegrated into dust particles or sand particles. It does not become daldal. Maybe some places we may have daldal, but majority portion of the earth is solid state, so that all of us can construct homes, construct roads, construct gardens, playgrounds, so that we can have all the time. So like that. That is all because of the presence of the Supreme Lord. Then Pushnami Aushadhi Sarva Soma Bhutva Rasatmaka. Becoming the sweet juiced moon, Rasatmaka Soma. What is the nature of Soma? Rasatmaka. Soma is made up of rasa, sweet juiced moon. I cause plants such as rice to increase and grow. Pushnami Aushadhi. Aushadhi means all the vegetable plants are called Aushadhi in Sanskrit. The sabji plants, food grains, rice, wheat, groundnut, and all these plants, they are all called Aushadhi. So the Aushadhi, the food plants, they are able to give us the food grains, vegetables, fruits, and flowers, etc. because of the sweet juice coming from the moon. The sweet juice of the moon is Lord's Vibhuti. So it is like that. So kindly remember this phrase. Later on, we refer back to this again. Rasatmaka Soma. So these are the sun and moon who are rendering invaluable seva to all of us. So in that way. So here, this is from Bhagavad Gita, and here is a reference from Rig Veda. The interrelation between the earth, sun, and moon in relation to 108. This is from Rig Veda. Rig Veda talks about this. So here you see, we have seen many times in the previous classes that the diameter of the earth globe is 1000 yojanas. The entire Jambudvipa is about 1 lakh yojanas. Within that Jambudvipa, there are 9 varshas. The width of each varsha is about 9000 yojanas. And one such varsha was Bharata Varsha. Within Bharata Varsha, there were 9 divisions, and each division was of 1000 yojanas in width as you measure from north to south. So the ninth division, which is called Bharatakanda, its width, length, and height, all 3 dimensions are 1000 yojanas only. So that is earth diameter. Since it is spherical structure, it is 1000 yojanas. And the sun's diameter is 108 times to the diameter of the earth. The sun whom we see every day, morning to evening, especially in the morning and evening hours, we will be able to see the sun disk. The diameter of the sun disk in its original location, its actual diameter is 108 times to the diameter of the earth. If earth diameter is 1000, the sun's diameter is 108,000. And then the distance between the earth and sun, it is 108 times to the diameter of the sun. So 108,000 into 108, it is 11.664 million yojanas. This is the actual distance between the sun and earth according to Rig Veda. So in the past, couple of slides before, we have seen our Tulsidas was saying that the distance between earth and sun is Juga Sahasra Yojana, 12 million yojanas. This was like closest round figure, 12 million yojanas. So what is the actual number? 11.664. 11.6 closest round figure is 12 only. So in that way, it is taken there 12. But actual distance is 11.664. And there is a concept called like this. Every day, early in the morning, when you see sun disk, orange in color, this is what you see in the eastern direction in the morning or western direction in the evening. So when you draw 2 lines, one from the upper point and one from the bottom point, there is an angle made here. That is called theta angle. In mathematics, in algebra, when with this radius, the radius of the sun's orbit, if you draw a big circle, the big circle goes like this, very big. So in that big circle, here to here, this is a small arc length. So when you know the small arc length, If you want to know the angle will be calculated with this formula like this. L is equal to r theta. The arc length is equal to radius into theta. Theta is in terms of radians. Then theta is equal to L by R. L by R. So L is the arc length, or is the radius of the bigger orbit. So what is L? L is the diameter of the sun. L is 108,000 and R is 108 times 108,000. So theta is 108,000 divided by 108 into 108,000. So 108,000 gets cancelled. 1 by 108 will get. So the angle of the sun disk is 1 by 108 radians. So when we convert this radians into degrees, so degrees means you have to multiply it with 180 divided by pi. 1 by 108 into 180 by pi. That would be 0.53, almost 1 by 2. So the angle made by the sun disk early in the morning and late in the evening we can observe is about 0.5 degrees. It is like the total circle is about 360 degrees. In that 360 degree circle, this arc length made by the sun disk is about half degree. So like that. So this is about sun. Similarly for moon also, the earth diameter is 1000 yojanas. The moon's diameter is 108 by 400 times the diameter of the earth. So it is supposed to be 1/4 of the diameter of the earth only. 1000 by 4 is 250. But we are discussing everything in terms of 108. So 1 by 4 becomes 100 by 400. It becomes 108 by 400. So little more than 250. So that becomes 270. 270 yojanas is the diameter of the moon disk. And the distance between the moon and earth is 108 times to the diameter of the moon. 270 into 108. It becomes 29,160 yojanas. So now you see. The sun to earth to sun is 11.664 million yojanas. And earth to moon, it is 29,160. So we may take approximately 30,000. So where is 30,000? Where is 11.664 million yojanas? So if you take this in terms of 1,000, this is 30,000. This would become 11,664,000 yojanas. So that's why we have placed moon here. So here to here it is 11.66 million yojanas, and here to here it is only 30,000 yojanas. The moon is very close to Earth, just 30,000 yojanas. Since it is very close to Earth, we are able to send our rockets and rovers to moon. If it is very far, it would be very difficult to send any rocket or land rovers. So it is like that. So this verse, this discussion about Veda will give us the exact details about their distances, dimensions, etc. And same way, on the full moon day, we also see the full moon. The angle made by the full moon is also same, 1 by 108 radians, which is about 0.53 degrees. Same thing, when you see in the modern observation, these are the details. The earth diameter, they say 12,756 kilometers. The sun diameter this much. When we divide this with this, the ratio will be 108.968 times. So we have taken a Rigveda 108. Here 108.9. थोड़ा सा इधर उधर चलेगा. And the modern measurement of sun earth distance is 150 million kilometers. The ratio between this and this is 107.9. So which is very close to 108. So in that way. The sun disk, because sun is coming close to earth and going far over a period of 1 year, the disk angle made by sun, the angle made by sun disk varies from 0.52 to 0.54. 0.53 is somewhere in the middle. So we are also saying same thing. Same way moon, the moon's diameter they say this much, 3,476 kilometers. The ratio between this and this would be approximately equal to 110 by 400. So this is okay. Thoda little bit here and there, but still manageable. This is 108 by 400, this is 100 by 400. So it's not a big issue. And this is the distance between the earth and moon. 3,84,400 kilometers. Almost 4 lakh kilometers they say. 3.9 lakh kilometers they say. Modern science, closest round figure. And the ratio between this and this is 110 times approximately, 109 point something. But still this is also okay, no issue. And then the angle made by the moon disk, it varies from 0.49 to 0.55. which is about 0.52. Still okay. So mean value is 0.52. We say 0.53. So when it comes to Vedic literatures, they try to give us in simplistic numbers with a nearby round figure so that we'll be able to remember easily. In case of modern science, they may give precise numbers, but very difficult to remember all these so many numbers. But in case of Bhagavatam, we only have to remember two numbers, 1000 and 108. The remaining are all same. Only this moon diameter can 108 by 400. This much only. Only three numbers we need to remember. That's all. 1000, 108 and 108 by 400. Everything will come automatically. So this is like simple way of remembering this. Is this clear? These dimensions and all. Because many times if we have doubt, Bhagavatam says that sun is above, the sun is far, sun is near and moon is far. Why it is so like that? So because of this one, the plane wise, the moon's plane is above and sun's plane is below. That's why Bhagavatam says moon is afar, sun is near. But actually, point to point distance, the moon is very close and sun is very far. So like
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
uh,
Prabhuji, while mentioning, sometimes, like you said, in the purport, Prabhupada had mentioned that for going to the moon, first one has to go to the sun and then one can go to the moon. So, how we understand that in this perspective? Because here we saw the
that
distance
is
of moon.
contextual. That is made contextually. See, when Prabhupada was in West, the moon landing was like a big hype. So in order to keep the devotees from that hype, Prabhupada stated like that. Prabhupada discussed also for many months. That was the big discussion in his conversations. Also, such kind of things were mentioned. You need to take them as contextual.
Yeah, Prabhuji.
So here is another picture from Sri Thiruvenkad Ramanujajiyar. Who see here you see? We may think that okay, we are saying that the sun is revolving around Mount Meru. The moon also should be revolving around Mount Meru, we may say. The radius of Jambudipa is about 50,000 yojanas. The moon's orbit is 30,000 yojanas. If the moon is revolving around Mount Meru, the moon would supposed to be revolved like this. And Earth globe is here. If moon is revolving here and Earth globe is here, the people who are residing on this part of the Earth globe will not be able to see the moon at all. But everyone is seeing the moon, especially the India is here. India is this part of the Earth globe. America is this side, Europe is this side, Japan is that side, and Africa is this side, Japan is that side. We are able to see. Then how to understand that? The understanding is like this. The moon is revolving around Earth globe. Earth globe is the center of the moon's orbit. Not only for moon, even sun is also revolving around, keeping the Earth in the center. This is the Roloka. This is the Earth globe. From the center of Earth globe to center of the Roloka, there is a line drawn. This line is considered to be the center of all the orbits. The orbit of Sun, Moon, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, all these orbits, they revolve around line drawn between the pole star and Earth globe. And this line is center of their orbits. So, though Bhagavatam says that sun is moving around Mount Meru, it is a general statement. But actually, the sun is moving around the line drawn between Earth globe and pole star. This is also one more point. So here is sun. So this is sun is here also, here also. In January, sun will be here. The sun's orbit is below Earth globe. In April, sun's orbit is exactly in the line of equator. And in what you can say, next one is what? June, July. The sun's orbit goes upward. January to July, sun gradually goes upward. July to January, sun gradually comes downward. So he had shown three orbits. This is Makar Sankranti orbit. This is Karka Sankranti orbit. This is Mesha Sankranti orbit. Something like that. These are also indicative, not exactly, but just to help us understand that how sun going up and below. So in that. Here is another picture of Jambudipa. If you take the moon's orbit 30,000 yojanas is moving around Mount Meru, it will be like this. But Bharatkhanda is here, which is a distance of 50,000 yojanas from the center of Mount Meru. So the moon is actually moving like this. So if here to here 50,000 and here to here 30,000 and here to here is 20,000. So like that, he is moving like this. So this is the proper orbit of the moon around Earth globe. That's why everyone on the Earth globe will be able to see the moon always. So this is how the moon's orbit, the moon's location, the moon's height, and moon's service are all briefly indicated in Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita, and Rig Veda, etc. etc. Then in the next verse, Bhagavatam says that Ata chapuryamanabischcha kalabir amaranam kshiyamananbischa kalabis pitrunam ahoratrani purva paksha parapakshayabhyam vitanvataha. This is 5:22-9. It says that with its waxing and waning phases, the moon creates what it creates during its waxing phase. He creates day for the devatas, night for the pitrus. So we go through waning and waxing phase, Shukla Paksha and Krishna Paksha. So during Shukla Paksha, the moon creates day for the devatas, night for the pitrus. During Krishna Paksha, the moon creates day for the pitrus, night for the devatas. And as a result of that, the Shukla Paksha is suitable for worship of the devatas, and Krishna Paksha is suitable for the worship of the pitrus. Currently, Pitru Paksha is going on, starting from the day after Amavasya, day after Paurnami, all the way up to Amavasya. All these days, the Shraddha rites are offered to the ancestors, departed ancestors. So, because it is suitable for worshipping the Pitrus, Krishna Paksha is suitable for worshipping the Pitrus. And the culmination of Krishna Paksha is Amavasya. And every Amavasya also can be worshipped, can be used to worship the Pitrus, the forefathers, etc. If you see throughout the year, we have so many festivals. So most of the festivals generally come in Shukla Paksha only. Later on, you can observe when Vinaya Chavithi is coming, Narasimha Chaturthi, Ramanavami, Janmashtami, all these festivals, most of the festivals come in Shukla Paksha only. Very few festivals come in Krishna Paksha. Shukla Paksha is suitable for worship of the Devatas and Supreme Lord, etc. So in that way, even when we celebrate, when we arrange some muhurtas like Namakarana, Vivaha, Graha Pravesha, etc., it is better to select during Shukla Paksha if possible. So because Shukla Paksha is connected to Devata worship in that sense. So in that way. So currently in the month of Bhadrapada, the Krishna Paksha is considered to be Pitru Paksha. That is what is going on now. So in that way. So what is the meaning of the moon is creating Devatas, a day for Devatas, night for the Pitrus during Shukla Paksha, and a day for the Pitrus and night for the Devatas during Krishna Paksha? The understanding is like this. Here we have sun, here we have earth. As you look from the top, this is the North Pole, this is India here. Here is the moon. The moon is located at a distance of 30,000 yojanas. Sun is at a distance of 11.667 million yojanas, very far. And moon is said to be revolving around earth for a period of 1 month. In 1 month, moon goes around earth and completes one round here. So as moon is doing like that, Bhagavatam says that the moon has been divided into two parts. These are the two parts. As it is moving around, one part is always toward the earth, other part is always away from the earth. The inner part is occupied by the Devatas. The outer part is occupied by the Pitrus. The Devatas experience daytime during Shukla Paksha. Because the relative position of the sun, moon, and earth, when sun is here, as moon is going around over a period of 1 month, the portion of the moon which is exposed toward the sun is always bright. When moon is here, this part is bright. When moon is here, this part is bright. When moon is here, this part is bright. So like that. So this, when moon is in between the earth and sun, the day is called Amavasya. When the moon is away from the earth, the day is called Paurnami. Amavasya to Paurnami is called Shukla Paksha. During this time, these Devatas will be experiencing daytime. During Krishna Paksha, the Pitrus will be experiencing daytime. So in that way it is said. So Amavasya is like the midday for the Pitrus. So since it is midday, it is noon time, it is the lunch time. That's why on Amavasya, we are told to offer offerings to the Pitrus. Okay, that is their lunch time. They get to eat once in a month. So we need to offer them like that. Whenever Amavasya comes, it is said that we need to offer something to our forefathers. We may not do every Amavasya, but once in a year we do. That is what this Amavasya, this Pitru Amavasya, it is called Bhadrapada Krishna Amavasya. All over cumulatively they offer Shraddha rites to all the forefathers because that is the midday for the Pitrus. So Pitrus are reside in this part of the moon and the Devatas are reside in this part of the moon. So this is like front view. If you see from the front side, Pitrus are this side and Devata this side, like that. So but in any case, so this is what is moon? Moon has been divided into two parts. On one side Pitrus are residing, other side Devatas are residing. The location where Pitrus are residing is actually called as Pitruloka. Whenever we hear about Pitruloka in the Bhagavatam, Ramayana, Mahabharata, that is actually referring to the moon. And who are these Devatas living in the other half of the moon? We will see in the next slide. But before going further, let us try to see one point. So we normally we understand based on our experience also. The sun is nothing but a fiery ball. So Shastra says the sun is actually condensed fire element. It is like fire. When you condense lot of fire at one place, that is sun. Just like earth is condensed earth element. When you keep all the earth element at one place, that is earth globe or Bhumandala or Jambudipa. All this is nothing but earth. In the beginning, very first class only we discussed. The earth element by nature is nothing but dust particle. But to keep them together, we need to add water. Because it is being added with water constantly. It is called Dvipa. The Dvipa is getting that name because the water is given on both the sides. Dviapa. So, but though there is a lot of water on the surface of the earth, but in totality, the earth is nothing but the condensed earth element. Just like the earth is condensed earth element, sun is condensed fire element, similarly the moon is condensed water element. So what is condensed water element? It is nothing but ice. So earth is like a earth globe, sun is like the fire globe, moon is ice globe. So this is stated in Vayu Purana. Vayu Purana gives a shloka to indicate what is moon. Just like sun is a fire globe, moon is ice globe. So that is about the constitutional nature of the moon. So that's why I told one more thing. Soma Bhutva Rasatmaka. Soma Rasatmaka. Soma is made up of rasa because Soma is ice globe, condensed water element. So in that way. Because sun is fiery element, sunlight is also fiery in nature, especially summer we experience the intense heat of sunlight because sun only has fire, whatever comes from sun is also has fire. Same way now in the winter we'll experience the winter cold because the moon is icy. Water is coming from moon is also icy, but that ice creates winter all over us. That is all coming from the moon. So like that. The same way, since the moon rays are coming from the moon is made up of water. The moon rays also contains lot of water, lot of juice. So they are coming down and they're giving that juice to the plants. The plants embody that juice in their products. The food grains, vegetables, flowers, fruits also possess that juice coming from the moon because moon is made up of sweet juice. So in that way, these are all various attributes of the moon. So like that. So now let us understand who are these devatas, who are these pitrus. So why they have been dividing the moon and occupying two different portions. What kind of people are they? What kind of devatas are they? This is mentioned at different places in the Bhagavatam. Swagobi Pitru Devebhyo Vibhajan Krishna Shuklayo Prajanam Sarvesham Raja Nava Soma Asviti. This is from 20th chapter where it said that may the moon, the king of all the citizens and all of us, who divide the food for the Pitrus and the Devatas, according to the waning and waxing phases by his rays, be favorable to us. Again, it is said Pidrus and Devatas, who are given distinction of day and night because of the waning and waxing phases. That is there. So, what kind of Devatas are living in the moon? The Devatas here are Sadhyas, a lesser category of Devatas. When Brahma created all the different variety of living entities, at one point of time, he created both Pitrus and Sadhyas together. These are all, both of them are one creation only, but in that one creation, there are two varieties, and both of them are living in the moon. And Pitrus also has one more quality. The Pitrus are those who drink hot vapor of food. The Pitrus are called Ushmapa, Ushmabhagahi Pitra, Ushmabhagahi Pitra. That means Pitrus eat the steam. So this is from Taittiriya Brahmana, Yajurveda 1, 3, 10, 6. This shloka is quoted in Bhagavad Gita 11.22. In the universal form description, it comes. So what is the meaning of this Ushmapa? The meaning is, it is said like this. There is a story comes in Vaipurana. It says that every day the sun evaporates water from different water bodies. Different water bodies in the surface of the earth are getting evaporated by intense sunlight. The evaporated water directly goes to the moon. And the moon god takes out the essence of that evaporated water. And he keeps that essence as somarasa on the surface of the moon. And the remaining water will come down and form clouds. And eventually, in due course of time, they will become the rains. It is like that. But gradually, as day after day, as the moon is collecting or creating more and more nectar and storing it on the surface of the moon, wherever the nectar is placed, that will be seen by as whitish. The moon, this is actually not, we cannot call nectar, but it's called as somarasa. So wherever the moon is taking that essence of that evaporated water and transforming it as somarasa and keeping it on the surface of the moon, and day after day from Partipada onwards, we start seeing the moon is increasing. And by 15 days, on the day of Paurnami, the entire surface of the moon is occupied by nectar. It is filled with nectar, filled with somarasa. Then the moon invites all the devatas, please come and accept this somarasa. So after Paurnami, starting from Pratipad, the devatas are drinking the somarasa. Because day after day they are drinking so much somarasa. Every day the somarasa is getting depleted. As a result of that, after Paurnami, day after day, we start seeing the moon reducing. Until the noon time of Amavasya, the devatas drink this somarasa. Who has invited? The Pitrus, the main residents of Pitraloka have invited all the devatas. They allowed the devatas to eat or drink till 14.5 days, till the midday of Amavasya. And they drank to their fullest sufficient and they left. After sending them bye-bye, seeing them off, then Pitrus sit and they accept the remnant somarasa. So that's why the Pitrus are feeding all the devatas and eventually finally they are accepting the remnants. So their another name is Ushmapa. So Bhagavad Gita uses Ushpa word for the Pitrus. That comes in the BG 11 to 22. So Pitrus are those who are feeding the essence of the evaporated water, which is called as Somarasa, to all the devatas, and eventually they are also accepting and they are surviving with that. When they are accepting it, on the Amavasya, noon time they are accepting. The second half of the Amavasya, they complete that remaining Somarasa. They are called Ushmapas. This is the story which is mentioned in Vaibhav. So it is like that. These are the kind of personalities who are living in the Pitraloka. So then again there is a mention about them only. This is from 3:20-42. This is about Brahma creating the Pitrus and Sadhyas. So Urjasvantam Manyamana Atmanam Bhagavan Aja Sadhya Ganan Pitru Ganan Parokshe Nasrajat Prabhu. Then Brahma, thinking himself powerful, created Sadhyas, and then by his power of invisibility, he created Pitrus. The wise, here at our place, the people who are in knowledge, they offer Havya to Sadhyas and Kavya to Pitrus with faith. So whatever oblations are offered to the Pitrus are called Kavya, and whatever oblations that are offered to Sadhya and Sadhya Devatas, they are called Havya. Sadhyas and Pitrus are created together and they are also staying in Pitraloka, the moon planet. Half the area is occupied by Sadhyas and other half is occupied by the Pitrus. And Sadhyas are called Devatas, Pitrus are called Pitrus. So there are Pitrus, there are four category of Pitrus. Agnishvatas, Barishadas, Saumyas, and Ajyapas. And these four category of Pitrus married. Uh, Agnishvatas, Barishadas, Saumyas, and Ajyapas are the four Pitrus. Some receive fire sacrifice and others do not. They married Swada, the 15th daughter of Daksha. Daksha had 16 daughters. Fourth canto, first chapter talking about that. Out of 16 daughters, 13 were given in marriage to Murti. The 14th was given in marriage to Agni Devatas. And 15th was given in marriage to Pitru Devatas. There are four Pitru Devatas. Four of them married one wife only. So it is like that. So these four Agnishvatas, Abharishitas, Saumyas, and Ajyapas, four of them married Swada. And eventually they gave birth to children, etc. etc. And they and their children are called Pitrus. But these people live at two places. Of these four, Saumyas and Ajyapas, these two people are residing in the moon, the Pitraloka in the moon. And Parishadas, Agnishwatas are living in another Pitraloka, which is there in the Yamaloka. So the moon is also called Pitraloka. In Yamaloka also there is a small section of Pitraloka, heavenly Loka, that is called Pitraloka. So in that Pitraloka, Parishadas and Agnishwatas are living. In the moon, Saumyas and Ajyapas and their descendants are residing. So in that way. And these four category of people have their different services. Saumyas are looking after the seasons. Parishadas are looking after months. Agnishwatas also looking after seasons. Kavyas are looking after years. They are the present deities of the year, month, Rutu, seasons, etc. etc. So these are their services. So this is about the moon. Any questions? So what is moon? Moon is ice planet, and that moon has been divided into two parts. One part Sadhyas are residing, other part Pitrus are residing. And in Pitrus also there are two category of Pitrus are residing in the moon, Saumyas and Ajyapas. Other two category of Pitrus, Bhajavarashidas and Agnishwatas are living in the second category of Pitraloka in the Yamaloka. There is another Pitraloka there also, but the scriptures whenever they talk about Pitraloka, that they are actually hinting at the moon planet. So like that.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, much.
The offering that we offer for Pitrus, that it goes to the Yamaloka Pitrus or the moon?
See, what we are offering is only for our forefathers. So our forefathers, wherever they are, that is being offered. But normally, when a yajna is performed, in that yajna, there is an offering to Sadhya, there is an offering to Pitrus also. That offerings will go to the Pitraloka. We say, na, idam Indraya Swaha, idam Nama, idam Varunaya Swaha, idam Nama, like that. Idam Pitraya Swaha, idam Nama, idar Sadhya Swaha, idam Nama. So like that, that offering will actually go to Pitru Devatas or Sadhya Devatas. But during this Pitru Paksha, what we are offering is not to the main Pitru Devatas. We are offering to our ancestors. That will go to wherever they are. On a good note, because the cultural consideration, we say that our forefathers might have gone to heaven or might have gone to Pitraloka. So like that we say, na, Sriman Swargavasi so and so. When somebody dies, na, we say that Swargavas ho gaya, Swargavas ho gaya. Whether they have gone or not, we don't know, but we say as a culturally. So in that.
So, Prabhuji, there is no connection between the forefathers and these Pitrus.
Yeah. In that way, direct connection is not there. But if our forefathers lived a religious life, and if they had a desire to go to Pitraloka or Swargaloka and all, and they have also performed sadhana accordingly, They might have gone to Pitruloka. Then whatever Shraddha rites we are offering to our ancestors. But since they are in the Pitruloka, we are offering to Pitruloka residents. Something like that.
Okay.
So currently we don't know where they are. So we are offering to them wherever they are. They may be in Yamaloka, they may be in Pitruloka, they may be in Swargaloka, they may be Bhuloka only, they may be born again in the next door only. We don't know.
Okay.
But still we need to offer Shraddha. Wherever they are, it will go to them.
Okay. Thank you.
But it is understood that according to cultural context, they might have gone to Pitruloka. So let us offer something like that. So by our offering, we are able to extend their tenure in Pitruloka for 1 more year. And next year again we offer Shraddha, they will stay 1 more year. Again we offer. So it will continue for rest of eternity. So this is like cultural stuff.
Okay. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Much.
Prabhuji, like you mentioned now that just on a good note, we say that our ancestors, they may have gone to Pitruloka. They may be in Swargaloka or some other loka or next door, whatever. So when we offer the offerings, and you mentioned that by our offering, their tenure in Pitruloka will increase by 1 year every year when we offer. So even if they are not in Pitruloka, they are in some other planet or whatever in on Earth globe itself or in the next world, still our offerings will help them.
If they are in a lower state of condition, they will progress further. They are already in good state of condition, their tenure in that state will extend. That is understood.
Okay, means even if their another birth has started, still the offering will help them like
Yes,
that.
obviously it will help.
Okay. That means, Prabhuji, like for us also, somebody may be offering the Shraddha, maybe, na?
Yes, definitely.
So whatever sometimes we get some good conditions in this life, it may not be totally due to our karma. Maybe somebody is also offering us something that also is helping like that.
Yes, that is true.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Okay, I think we'll just discuss this moon landing thing and then we'll close for today. So kindly pay attention. So both scientific understanding and modern Vedic understanding, let us try to put some glance about it. Nowadays, at least in the past couple of months, there is a lot of discussion about it. So in the history, if you see, starting from 1959 onwards, the first human-made object, the Soviet Union's Luna 2 mission, on 13 September it went to moon, they said. So Russia claimed that in 1958 only we have sent a mission to the moon. Then US said that we have sent a man to the moon in 1969. Apollo 11 on 20th July, the man landed on the moon. And he spent some 20 minutes on the surface of the moon and they came back. Who landed on the moon? Neil Armstrong and Buzz Aldrin. These two people landed on the moon. That's what they say. And then 69 to 72, NASA claims that there have been 6 more manned US landings and numerous unmanned landings. 69 to 72 in these 3-4 years, they have sent six more groups of teams, human beings, to the moon. But in addition to that, there are so many land rovers have been sent to moon. Many things they say. But 1972 onwards, all the way till the recent times, there were no soft landings. They were not able to send even land rover also. But after 2013, they are able to send land rovers. Now we talk about Chandrayaan 2, Chandrayaan 3. Chandrayaan 3 became successful. Chandrayaan 2 also some information they're talking about, etc. These are all there. So in 2008, India had sent Chandrayaan 1 with remote sensing mechanism just to capture the images of the moon. This went to the orbit of the moon's orbit and coming close to moon, it captured the images. And that time they said that in the surface of the moon we have a lot of water. That's why they found out. And Chandrayaan 2, it's supposed to land and so date, but it did not land. And recently we had Chandrayaan 3. I think I should have added Chandrayaan 3 also here. So, but China, Chang'e 1, Chang'e 3. Chang'e 1 went to moon's orbit. Chang'e 3 also went to moon's orbit. Chang'e 2 failed. And they also went with a camera remote sensing mechanism to capture the images of the moon. There are many more also. Many years back I prepared this slide, so some information. So different countries, they claim that okay, we have been to moon, we have sent cameras to capture the moon's images, etc. etc. These are all different things are there. So these are the images which NASA published. So this is the Eagle module. So this is Apollo 11. This is the rocket, and this is the Eagle. Eagle is that shuttle which landed on the moon. From this they came out and they put flag of US. This is the Eagle module, and they took all the pictures for the moon. So like this. So this is the shloka from Vaipurana. So Vaipurana says, Gana toyatmakam tatra mandalam shashanasmutam, Gana tejomayam shukla mandalam bhaskara sute. Bhaskara is sun. Sun is made up of Gana tejomayam, solidified fire element. Shashi is moon, and Shashi moon is made up of Gana toyatmakam, solidified water. Toya means water. So in these pictures, if it is really moon, we're supposed to experience the water surface. But it is entirely a different thing. So like that. So what is the scriptural understanding? Just one or two examples only. So in the eighth canto, there is a conversation between Indra and Bali when there was a fight between both of them. That time Indra is telling Bali Maharaj saying that if somebody without proper qualification tries to encroach lower lokas, Varga loka and even upper lokas, I, being the king of the heaven, will send them to a position lower than their current position by creating illusion. So this is what Indra says. That means without proper qualification, if somebody trying to come to upper lokas, they are sent to much lower position than the current position. There was one case study of Trishanku. So Trishanku is coming in the line of the Sun dynasty. At one point of time, he killed a cow. So Vasishta, who is their family priest, cursed him to become Shudra because he killed cow, was supposed to protect the cows but killed cow, something like that. But this Shanku had a desire to go to Swarga in the self same body. Though he was a Kshatriya, because of his sinful behavior, he was cursed to become Shudra. So with the Shudra kind of body, which was actually foul smelling, very black, and all these very bad things, he wanted to go in the self same body to heaven. Vasishta said, no, you cannot go, you don't have any qualification to go to moon, Pitraloka, etc. And Swargaloka, not Pitraloka. Then he went to Vishwamitra, saying that I asked Vasishta to send me to the moon, to send to heaven. He said, I am not qualified. Vishwamitra took it as in personal challenge because he had some personal challenges with Vasishta. He said, I will send you. So Vishwamitra, using all his mystic potency, trying to send Trishanku to heaven. So when he is coming close to heaven, the heavenly people were not able to bear the foul smell coming from the body of Trishanku. And they reported Indra, some unqualified person is coming to heaven. So Indra is pushing them downward. As he's coming down, head down, coming downward, he was crying and shouting at Vishwamitra, protect me. So Vishwamitra, with his mystic potency, is trying to send him up. And Indra sending him down. So Vishwamitra said that, so anyway, you can't go to Swarga, but I'll create a artificial Swarga for you. It is said that since then, Trishanku is in this artificial Swarga. Even today also we can see. I don't know, but some people who know about it can tell us where exactly Trishanku is there. But unfortunately, you see, maybe there in Swarga, but he is in upside down situation only. He cannot go to Swarga, he cannot come to earth also. He has to remain there only in the intermediate place. That's why it is called Trishanku. Neither here nor there. So people like Trishanku who are not qualified, even if they try to go to heavenly abodes, they end up in a artificial heaven. But personalities like Arjuna, Yudhishthira Maharaj, King Raivata, Nahusha and all, They went to heaven and even up to Brahmaloka in the self-same body, and they remained there for some time. They came back also. With proper qualification, one can go anywhere in the entire universe, the self-same body. But without qualification, it is not possible. So this is the Vedic understanding. So even some of you may ask question whether ISRO went to moon or not. ISRO went to moon, but what kind of moon? The scientists are considering moon to be something like Earth only. They are also assuming that just like Earth is a place meant for living, performing various activities, sports, dance, etc., etc. They thought that the moon also will be something like that. They can excavate some uh, metals and petrol, and they can also start living there, etc. Since we assume that moon to be like our place only, the moon reciprocates like that only. So we only see that kind of moon. But if we approach moon, seeing it is Pitruloka and Sadhya Loka, Devata Loka, then we'll able to experience that kind of moon. So this is how we need to understand what kind of moon we are talking about. Same moon only, but based on the way we approach him, he will respond to us accordingly. So in that way. So somebody may say that now I want to go to moon. How to go? Bhagavad Gita gives a bona fide method of going to moon. So this is called Pitru Yana. This is from Bhagavad Gita chapter 8, text number 15. Departing on the path of smoke, night, waning fortnight, the southern, the moon, Pitruloka, and attaining Swargaloka, the Karma Yogi returns. The Karma Yogis, who are Sakama Karmis, who performs Karma Yoga sadhana, they desire to go to Pitruloka or Swargaloka. They practice this sadhana and they give up the body during this one of these conditions, Dakshinayana or Krishna Paksha, night time, etc. etc. Then they go to Pitruloka or Swargaloka, they enjoy there and come back. Same thing is also mentioned in third canto Bhagavatam, third canto, third chapter. Overtaken with such faith, worship the Pitrus and Devatas by sacrifice, a person goes to moon, Pitruloka, drinks Somarasa, and then falls back to earth. They go to Pitruloka, Gatva Chandramasam Lokam, Somapha Punareshasi. They drink Somarasa. Because they hear from Vedas that Somarasa is like a nectarian beverage. If you drink it, you will become strong, stout, beautiful, like different things. And whoever hears that will develop a desire to drink it. For that, they go to moon, they drink to their satisfaction, then they come back. Because as soon as their piety is over, they come back. So like that. Traividya Mam Soma Paputa Papa Yajna Rishta Sargatir Pratayanti Swaipunya Masadya Surendra Lokam Ashtam Divyan Divdeva Bhogan. So Soma Paputa Papa. Matlab, they go to heaven or they go to Pitrulaka, wherever they get to drink Somapha, Somarasa. And they drink sufficient amount of time. When their piety is over, they come back. Te Tetam Bhukta Sargalokam Vishalam, Tegush Kshine Punne Martalokam Vishanti. Evam Trayi Dharma Manu Prapanna Gata Gatam Kama Kama Labante. They perform strict sadhana, go to heaven, drink somarasa, they come back. Again they perform sadhana, they go to heaven, they enjoy, they come back. This goes again and again. Gata Gatam Kama Kama Labante. This is the result of Sakama Karma. Sakama karmis only have a desire to go to heaven, enjoy and come back, heaven, enjoy and come back, heaven, enjoy and come back. This goes on, goes on, goes on. But if at all one want to get out of this cycle of birth and death, one need to take shelter of Nishkama Karma Yoga or Jnana Yoga or Ashtanga Yoga or Bhakti Yoga. So that is the proper solution. So this is about the moon landing and different things. So just we have 2 slides. With this, the moon discussion will be over. The further discussion we do in the next week. If some of you have some questions about the moon landing and all, we take after these 2 slides. These are some attributes of the moon only. We quickly browse through. So this is from 22nd chapter, text number 9. Sarva Jiva Niva Prano Jivas. The moon called life itself, supporting the life of all beings, the chief living being in the universe. See, because of the moon rays, our plant, vegetables, the vegetable plants, flower plants, fruit plants are growing. So we are able to survive. The animals are able to survive. The carnivorous animals are able to survive on herbivorous animals. When there are sufficient amount of food grains, we can perform yajna. Because of that yajna, there is the devatas are survived. Like that, the entire universe is getting survived because of the moonlight. Annam hi prananam prana. Food is the life of all beings. Because food, everyone needs food, and the food is produced by moonlight. That's why moon is called the life of all living entities. The moon is also called Jiva because moon is made up of immortal nectar necessary for living entities. The moon directly personally prepares Somarasa that is accepted by Devatas. The moon also gives us food grains, vegetables, and also other things. As a result of that, we are surviving and we are performing yajna. As a result of that yajna, the Devatas are also surviving. That's why the life of everyone. So moon produces food in the form of plants for Burloka residents and as Somarasa for heavenly beings. Pitrus are those who drink the hot vapor of food. Ushnubhagahi Pitra. This we discussed a story from Vayu Purana some time back. So this point we will discuss later on when we come to the planetary movements. So then the moon had 16 phases. From Pratipad to Chaturdashi, we have 14 phases. The moon either gradually increasing or decreasing. And Paurnami it is fully visible and Amavasya it is not at all visible. Amavasya one side, Paurnami on one side. Pratipad to Chaturdashi, either increasing order or decreasing order. In the total, the moon we will be able to see the moon for a period of 1 month in 16 different phases. That's why it is called Shodasha Kalam. The moon is considered to be the mind, food, nectar, and the life of devatas, pitrus, humans, ghosts, animals, birds, and reptiles. The moon is the deity of mind. The moon rays are giving us food. The moon rays are giving somarasa for the devatas. Thus, is the life of devatas, pitrus, human beings, ghosts, animals, birds. Even the ghost animals also getting their food from the moonlight only. That the moon is considered to be all pervading since it is the cause of all life. Everyone, you see, all these people are able to survive because of the moon only. If moon is not there, no one can survive. Just like sun is not there, none of us can survive. Like that, moon is not there, none of us can survive. And moon is also called Manomaya because it's the presiding deity of the mind. Moon is also called as Annamaya because it's providing food for everyone. And moon is called Amrutamaya, Manomaya, Annamaya, Amrutamaya. These are the different names of the moon. Because he's giving us nectar to devatas, he's giving food to all of us. He's the deity of mind over all of us. These are different names of the moon. So, like that, today we have seen about sun and moon, two important entities. And in the next class, we see other personalities. Any questions before we close for today?
Hare Krishna.
Yes, ma'am.
Prabhuji, you mentioned na, that Devata's 1200 years, which consists of one Chaturyuga period in the
12,000 years.
12,000 years, sorry, not 1200, 12,000 years. So, but in also we had discussed during the 9 Varshas when we discussed that this Chaturyuga thing, it is only in the Bharat Varsha and not at other places.
Okay.
So then when we say that for Devatas, this many years means means these are just the years, na? Whatever time period will happen in one Chaturyuga period on earth, it is similar to that 12,000 years of the Devatas. That is why just it is
Yes.
there.
See,
The Chaturyugas are not there.
in Swargaloka, Chaturyugas are not there. In Swargaloka, 1 day is equal to our 1 year.
Yeah.
So, from that calculation point of view, one Chaturyuga at our place in our days and nights, we say 43,20,000 years.
So वो time period में वहाँ पे 12,000 years हो
Yes,
जाएंगे.
complete होता है. हाँ, बस that is understand.
Okay. Thank you, Prabhuji. Plus, we'll go through the thing, and if any doubts are there.
Okay, no problem.
Hare Krishna,
Any
Prabhuji.
other? Yes, Prabhuji.
Prabhuji, the light that we see from the sun and the moon, what light is that? Is it coming from the gods or is it the planet? Where does
Sunlight
that light
only.
come?
Sunlight only.
No, but is it the sun god's effulgence or the chariot's effulgence? What is it?
See, Prabhuji, sun god is there na. From sun god, the light comes. So we only get to see that's the light in the form of sun globe every day. So this only na. See here we see sun
And
inside.
the moonlight?
Moonlight
Yeah.
is a reflection of sunlight only. Moonlight is simply reflection of sunlight.
Okay. So the sunlight that you see is the effulgence of the sun god.
Perfect.
Thank you, Bhakti.
Expression. Any other devotees? Okay, no problem. I think tied
No, Prabhuji, thank you.
the blow. So thank you very much. We will close for today here. Vantara Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you for joining.